Hello, and welcome back. I'm Jeff W. Roche. I call myself the Man Strikes Again, or TMSA for short. Mostly on the internet, but sometimes in real life too. And today, we are here in downtown Ventura on Santa Clara Street, outside one of my favorite local places, Daniel's Toy Empire, home to all kinds of great retro 80s and 90s fun times, action figures and toys. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna check it out. So this is the door, and when you first walk in, this is what it looks like. To the left here is Amy. Hi, Amy. Amy is Daniel's brother. She's manning the ship today. The higher end stuff right there is in glass cases, and then everything else is basically on pegs. Upon close inspection, this appears to be what I thought. Some kind of Buzz Lightyear related, it's like an electronic.
It's a CD player.
You know what it is.
Yep.
Tell us.
It's a Buzz Lightyear CD player.
It is?
Yes.
That's actually a little bit of a letdown. I just thought it was like a cool, but it plays CDs though.
Yes, it works.
And it's listed at, I can't tell if it says 50 or 150, but
Probably 150.
listen, I love Buzz Lightyear, so there you go. These vintage action figures in here switch out a lot, or maybe they sell and get restocked with other vintage action figures, because I, TBH, came here today looking for X-Men. Most of my X-Men came from here, and I'm looking for more X-Men, and I'm not seeing them now. Probably because they sold, because this was like a lot of X-Men. Here's the X-Men line right here. At least what's left of them. Fantastic Four. We got not the ones I'm looking for, unfortunately, but you know, this movie just came out this year. You'd think this would be hotter than ever. Batman versus Superman. R.I.P. This is where all the loose toys are. Here's a little Voltron-y guy. Sometimes they're naked, like this Raphael, who from his smile is clearly not an original Raphael. But then over here you got Kylo Ren. He looks complete. There's the cross-guard lightsaber right there. So you get a variety, you know. If you're a real collector, you come in here and you dig. You dig through the stuff to find what you want, right? I do it all the time. Okay, I'm hanging out here in the loose toys, and look what I found. Not one, but two 1984 Winston Zedmore Ghostbusters. I have 3 of them complete. I don't have him. He's not complete, but if I get him here, and I get his ghost and his proton pack on eBay, then boom! All 4 Ghostbusters. This is the girls section, which it's really great because not every vintage toy store has a girls section. And they should, because let's represent for the females. That's like half the market out there, right? Yeah? Anyway, here's actually, I don't know what these are, but let's see what this says. Monster High, that's what it is. I've heard of that before. And up there's a Barbie, like, space shuttle or something. Barbie is at every accessory and vehicle and ship ever. Here's where you find stuff that is not as common, but is still in the package. Like this, for example, micro jammers from the 90s. Totally remember these things. I guess you probably can't really hear that, but it is making sounds. Back in this corner, we have lots of box items. This guy's a total 90s icon. Liu Kang! Liu Kang! Liu Kang wins. $49, and underneath that is the original KB toy sticker. I really wish that Daniel hadn't covered up the KB sticker with that sticker. But I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Great selection of stuffed animals right here. And then right here is even more. Although these are like exclusively Super Mario. Mario in his Takuni suit. Am I saying that right? Hey, what do you call the suit Mario wears? The raccoon suit, Takuni.
I was just playing Mario Kart the other day. Why do I not know this? He and I were mad beefing. He was mad. Okay, cool. Tiyuki? Wait.
Tanuki?
Tanuki?
I don't know.
Come on.
Tanuki sounds right. We'll go with that. Anyway, so that's there. Here's your. I would buy all these if I had the room to keep them. I really would.
Yeah, Tanuki.
Tanuki.
Tanuki Mario.
Thank you.
Tanuki.
Shout out to you for Googling that answer.
I mean, I had the answer in my head. I wanted to verify. Wanted to
Yeah,
verify.
I do that all the time. First of all, what's your name?
My name is Kayla.
Hi, Kyla.
Sorry, I said that weird. Kayla.
I'm Jeff.
Nice to meet you, bro.
It's great to see you in here, fellow nerd. I overheard you talking about something you want to get from Daniel, so
Yes.
please inform us.
So at the moment, I am trying to support just local toy stores, and I just came by. 'Cause
Me
I
too.
came here once before. It was a couple months ago, and I always wanted to come back. So now that I have a bit of time, I came back, and I saw that there is a Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus right there, complete with his Minimus Ambus. So I am waiting. This one right here, yeah. I am waiting on.
Point to it. Which one is it?
It's this truck right here.
The truck.
It's the truck.
It's the truck.
It's the truck.
Oh, I like your Spider-Man shirt.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, since we're here, how do you feel about forthcoming Avengers Doomsday?
Well, one, they shouldn't have brought back Robert for Doctor Doom. Nothing against Robert, but his role was Iron Man. I feel like in bringing him back for Doctor Doom, that just kind of ruins the whole point of his acting as Iron Man. Because he could just be misconstrued as a variant of Iron Man, which I feel like is kind of missing the point of Doctor Doom's character.
I don't entirely disagree.
Okay.
Although I personally have I didn't want to see any, no one else should ever play Iron Man for a long time, like ever, right? That's his role.
Yeah.
That's like recasting Indiana Jones. They all get recast eventually, right? The thing is, we don't know yet what they're going to do with it, right?
We don't.
And they have said very little. So there's a possibility that they'll make it work.
I mean,
They have to deal with that, everybody like recognizing or not recognizing. They're just going to pretend that they never even saw them before.
in terms of
It's
bringing,
weird.
in terms of bringing in a new actor to play Iron Man, we have, I think her name is Ironheart, that, we saw her in Wakanda Forever, I keep forgetting her name. A lot of people,
The girl from Ironheart?
yeah, the girl
I haven't
from
watched the series yet.
I haven't watched it either. A lot of people dogged on it, because of what she said about Tony Stark, which was that he's only Tony Stark because of his money, which I feel like is not the point.
We know there's a lot of haters out there.
There are a lot of haters out there.
I'm not a hater. I just want to state that for YouTube record. Okay, so if we're going to talk about the 90s, which we always forever are on this channel, so you might as well get used to it. Here's Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
Wait, I don't mean to be weird.
You fat, bloated idiot. Let's see.
My natural instinct is to be like, do you want to, like,
Yeah.
Not exactly, but anyway, 90s icon. And there's a scale gremlin back there, which looks like it costs several $100s at the very least. And down here is like my whole childhood. Look at these guys. I had this, okay? I had that. I owned that as a child. You understand? And these are all Ninja Turtle, mostly Ninja Turtle accessories. But the point is, this is like everywhere I turned as a kid. This is my freaking childhood on this shelf. Do you understand what this is like for me to see these right now? I'm not sure you do. Here we have a giant wall of Pop Funko. One of the most, probably the most, hey look, it's the Flash. I might have to take this with me today. I do love the Flash. Anyway, one of the most Giganosaurus influential lines of the past, 10, 15 years? People love it. Not too big a fan myself, I gotta admit, but as far as characters, they are not in short supply. Loungefly backpacks. Big with the ladies, you know? I don't know if it's a thing that guys really have, but I know girls love them. And speaking of California, speaking of sports and speaking of teams, the Anaheim Angels Halloween masks. Lion-O. By the way, let's just talk about this for a minute. Lion-O has the greatest head of hair of any character in pop culture ever. No contest. I'm not open to conversation or debate. And these too, right? So Come to Daniel's Toy Empire before you have your Halloween party. Physical media. Kids, this is how we used to see our movies back in the day. VCR tapes. Okay, you had to have a player, you had to take the tape, and you had to put it in the player in order to watch it. You couldn't just click a button. You could press the play button on your VCR. That was the button that you pressed. This is an underrated classic movie. Dan Aykroyd, Tom Hanks' Dragnet. This is one of my favorite comedies when I was a kid. I feel like Dan Aykroyd does not get his due, okay? He's a Ghostbuster, and for some reason we're giving all the credit to Bill Murray. Bill Murray is definitely a legend, but let's also shout out Dan Aykroyd a lot more often. Video games too, PlayStation 2, Xbox. I had this game, played the mother effing stuff out of it. That was me editing myself in real time. Xbox One Classic, I don't even know, I don't know the difference. PS3, Xbox 360, because it say 360, Wii. And there was original Nintendo games in here, which probably were sold. So this is the Daniel's Toy Empire Star Wars section. As you can see, everything here is Star Wars all the way down. And this whole thing across here used to be entirely Star Wars figures. Now this side is Star Wars, and this side I see other stuff, The Simpsons. Vintage! Vintage AF, as the kids say. There's Ren again, and it must mean that Daniel has moved product and had to replace the product that he moved with other stuff, which is a win for him as a businessman, and I'm happy to see it. Or maybe I'm just reading into it too far. Anyway, this is the Star Wars section. If you come over here, you got guys. I actually don't know a lot of these lines. Like, this is like, God knows when this was issued, you know? We love the wars around here. Let me just double down on that. We love the wars that take place in the stars around here. The Star Wars, yeah. Okay, right here we have one of my all-time favorite ships from anything, and it is this Batwing from the original Batman and Batman Returns. I believe that's the McFarlane version, which Jeff Ross wants is the '89 Toy Biz version. But I mean, look at that though. Can't beat that. Comes with Batman. Pretty dope. There is a box of Batman Forever Corn Pops. No cereal, just a box. The box is $5. The Riddler. If you really want it, it's there. And you can have it. Here we have the trading card section. I know that the Pokemon is like a really big thing right now. Kids stealing them from the damn Target. Hoping they'll get that. Whatever, expensive card to sell on eBay or something. Other nerds told me about this. I don't really know what I'm saying. Okay, I admit it. But I do love these trading packs. I bought a couple of them from here before, and I have them at home, and I've never even opened them. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Talk about the W. Gremlins 2. Freddy Krueger's face alone makes me want to buy it. And speaking of, here's an entire box. Freddy Krueger right on it. Somebody had to, just imagine somebody at like 7-Eleven like 20 years ago might have just carelessly wrote all over this sacred artifact. Oh, these are unopened in here. Damn! Freddy's smiling don't look right. Actually, Freddy used to smile, right? He was evil. He didn't care. Okay, that concludes today's adventure at Daniel's Toy Empire. So I went ahead and I got the Winston Zedmore, and now I will go on eBay and I'll get his proton pack. The thing is, they're hard to find this clean. You know, this guy's like really clean. And then I'll have 4 complete Ghostbusters. So that's about it for now. And in case you forgot, I'm Jeff W. Ross, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today.